My husband kept saying he wanted peace and quiet, so I gave him exactly that. For months, Daniel had been walking around the house acting like every sound I made was some unbearable disturbance. If I laughed on the phone with my sister, he'd sigh. If I played music while cooking, he'd shut the kitchen door. Even the sound of the washing machine spinning made him groan and mutter, "Can I just get 5 minutes of silence in my own house?" At first, I tried to be understanding. He worked long hours, came home exhausted, and said noise made him anxious. So I tried to keep things quiet. But somehow my silence wasn't enough. It just gave him more room to complain. He'd sit at dinner scrolling through his phone while I ate alone, mumbling something about needing space. Then one night, after I accidentally dropped a spoon and he snapped, "Can you not?" Something in me just switched off. If silence was what he wanted, silence was what he'd get. The next morning, I woke up early, made my coffee, and didn't say a single word. When he came downstairs, I smiled politely, handed him his lunch, and went back to reading. No good morning, no small talk, nothing. At first, he seemed thrilled. "Finally," he said, taking his coffee like a man who'd just achieved enlightenment. But by day 3, the peace and quiet started feeling like an empty cave. I didn't text him during the day, didn't remind him about bills, didn't ask about work. When he tried to make a joke at dinner, I simply nodded. By Friday, he was visibly twitchy. He came home to find me reading in the living room, lights dimmed, soft music playing, or with my headphones in. "You're not talking to me?" he asked. I smiled faintly and wrote on a notepad, "Didn't want to disturb your peace." He stared at the note for a long minute, like it was written in another language. That weekend, I went out for brunch with friends. No explanation, no text, no call. When I came back, he was pacing the kitchen like a lost kid. "You could have told me where you were going," he said. I shrugged, didn't want to break the silence. That night, he actually turned off his phone and sat across from me at the dinner table, desperate for conversation. "Okay," he said, "I get it. The silence thing sucks. I hate it. Please talk to me." I tilted my head. "Why? Isn't this what you wanted?" His voice cracked. "Not like this. I didn't want silence from you. I just didn't realize how loud my own emptiness was." He spent the next few days making up for lost time, cooking breakfast, initiating real conversations, asking about my day like he meant it. Then on Tuesday morning, I found a handwritten note on the counter next to a small bouquet of daisies. I thought peace meant quiet. Turns out peace is hearing your voice in the house again. Please never stop talking to me. Sometimes you don't need to raise your voice to make someone hear you. You just need to stop speaking long enough for the silence to echo.